Jim Jordan then last night went on Tim Pool's podcast, which they shot from Lauren Boebert's office. A lot of names here. And they mentioned a little something about me and Elon and what else has been going on over there.
There are these apps you can use where you enter your name and it'll tell you the various filters that exist. But even Dave Rubin just mentioned Elon Musk just showed him new ones. They discovered new filters. But I guess, what I'm thinking is we often focus on the censorship aspect, which I think culturally and morally, those of us who care about real debate and logic and policy are shocked by. Yeah. But I'm also curious, how can Twitter, as a massive a company with 300 million plus users, lie about the product they're delivering? How can a corporation in America say, imagine this. Imagine if a company said, you come to me, here's a contract, you get a gallon of whole milk. Then they give you a gallon of 2%. Yeah. That sounds like they're falsely advertising what they're delivering. If Twitter says the reverse chronological feed delivers you reverse chronological posts, but then they're using shadow ban algorithms, and we know they're lying to their customers as to the product being delivered. How is that legal? How is that allowed?
Yeah, so one of the questions I asked too, that you made me think of this too, I asked this question, and I didn't fully understand it, but I asked if they were hard coding into any specific accounts to censor them. So they're like targeting that specific user. And it was interesting how Yoel Roth and I want to go back and look at the transcript to see exactly how he said it, because he really didn't answer that square that either. I agree. One of the things we want to do with legislation that we're planning on doing with Energy and Commerce Committee is anything they do to your account, they have to tell you. There has to be real transparency. There has to be a time frame. There has to be a due process so that you can correct it, figure out what it is, to have the debate and correct it within a specified amount of time. And then if they don't, then you should have some kind of cause of action because they're violating a contract that they have with you, their user, their customer.
Okay, so I like the end of that, right? He's talking about the user agreement we all sign. That means you have responsibilities, they have responsibilities, sort of like when you buy a product and that product blows up in your face, they might be held accountable for that. I do, and we will reach out to Jim Jordan's team immediately after the show. We put this thing together on the fly today. When he's talking about, is it hardwired to people's specific accounts? I know that the answer is yes, because when we did the deep dive into my account, they found things that were just on my account. And then they also found that they were on other people's accounts as well, but meaning it was account specific. We don't like Dave Rubin. We're going to attach this stuff related to misinformation and it was literally like being mean and like a couple other things. So we know that it is hardwired in there, and that's why it's so difficult to take out. And we'll get that to Jim Jordan. Jim, are you watching? This is for you, dude.